Leadership with friends, a la shmup. This is Sarah. Sarah comes from a family of leaders. Her mother is the head of her company, Widget World. Her father is a teacher and head of the history department at his school. Her brother is captain of the water polo team. Go Ben. And her sister is head of the spirit and debate teams. Even Sarah's dog is a pack leader. So you'd think that when it came to her friends, Sarah would be a natural-born leader, right? Wrong. Well, at the start of school, Sarah finds she doesn't quite fit in with most of the regular cliques. She just sort of stays invisible. But that's invisible without the benefit of being able to sneak into federally restricted areas, which would be kind of cool. Well, she doesn't fit in with jocks or the brainiacs. She doesn't play an instrument or care to perform on stage. She does, however, like Star Wars. She likes Star Wars a lot. She has a Star Wars shirt, in fact, for every day of the week, and every color lightsaber. She's seen each of the movies a whole bunch of times and has read all the books. When it comes time for Club Rush at her school, she is horrified to find out that there is no Star Wars club. The horror. All right, different movie. So she decides to make one herself, a Star Wars club. The Force is strong in this one, people. Sarah thinks maybe one or two people might join her club, but it turns out to be one of the most popular clubs in her school, and she ends up having a ton of people sign up. Well, if she suddenly flaked or got intimidated by the response, all these people would be sitting in an empty room, and there'd never be a Star Wars club. The dark side would win. Can't have that. Yeah. Sarah decides to go through with it. Gulp. Well, before you know it, Sarah's leading a room full of kids who love Star Wars as much as she does. And because she's an expert in all things Skywalker, well, she quickly earns other kids' respect, and she's not afraid to be asked any Star Wars trivia questions. Yeah, that's her hood. Well, the more kids get to know Sarah, the more they recognize that she's a totally loyal friend. A patient leader who's willing to explain the plot of Star Wars to other kids who've never seen it before, like the kids, from Mars. Some kids from another club even invite Sarah to consult on the theme for this year's prom dance, which just happens to be, you guessed it, Star Wars. The school has definitely found its nerd button, and it's owning it. Obviously, Sarah is very happy to comply. Well, before you know it, she has plenty of friends who want to sit with her at lunchtime and plenty of offers for study partners. And a few dates out there as well. Giggity. Prospective colleges are impressed by Sarah, too. Colleges love leaders. Duh. Because leaders are innovators and creators. They see the need, and instead of ignoring it, they show others how to make things happen. Not only are colleges impressed by such leadership, but they also give out special scholarships for leaders. Yes, leaders. Different kind of leader. And then beyond college, companies are always looking for those with leadership skills to take charge and manage people and projects, or, fire people if that's what's needed. Fun job. Yeah, try doing that around here at Schmo. Well, who knows? Sarah might decide to direct her own Star Wars-esque film one day, and the leadership skills she acquired back in high school might come in handy, but that's all in the future. Still in high school, Sarah writes about her club to Disney and gets everybody invited to a special showing of the new Star Wars film. Pretty cool. Before you know it, Sarah can be considered a bona fide leader, all because she was true to herself and didn't feel the need to force her way into a group that wasn't her thing just to, not be alone. And for this reason, Sarah was never invisible again, although she did appear as a hologram once or twice, so yeah. Luke, help! Send us your shmups!